Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of LPS TV. This is Roman Perziola coming at you live from Dublin, Ohio. The votes have been cast, the results have been tallied, and today we're here to talk about the LPS Scoring Changes poll that you all just participated in. Going to be a fairly short video this week, just going to go over all the issues, let you know how the votes all shook out, and what's going to be changing. So we're going to go ahead and just hop right into it here. First issue. Do we want to remove punter scoring from defense and special team scoring? Current system, we're giving a point for a punt inside the 10, half a point for a punt inside the 20, and -2 for having a punt blocked. Just for reference, this is not normally an ESPN standard scoring, and me and Shane were talking about this a little bit this weekend, so I went ahead and looked it up. We decided to add this back in 2012, for the record. But you guys have spoken. We will be removing punter scoring as this vote passed 9-1. So no more points for punts inside the 10 or 20, no more -2 for getting a punt blocked. Next issue, do we want to remove yards allowed from defense and special team scoring? So currently we're giving 4 points if a team holds another team from between 100 to 199 yards, and 10 points if they hold a team under 99 yards. 100 to 199 yards only happened in 4.3% of all NFL games last year. Under 99 yards never happened at all. So we have decided to pass this. Votes went 7, get rid of it, 3, keep it. So yards allowed scoring will be gone. Moving right along. Do we want to incorporate passes defensed into defense special team scoring? So this would be whenever a defensive player tips or blocks the ball or breaks up a pass, or also has simultaneous contact with a receiver while the football is arriving. This vote was blocked 8-2, so no passes defensed will be incorporated this year. Fractional defensive scoring. So defenses would start with a preset total amount of points and lose a certain amount for each point scored against them instead of having the current tiers that ESPN uses. We could all decide on the amount of points that we start with and lose. If this vote passes. Based off the current scoring, the defense would start with 8.5 points and lose 0.4 for each point scored against them. This vote has passed 8-2, so we will be moving to a fractional defensive scoring system. Hopefully here in the coming week we can have a discussion in the group chat, figure out if we want to go ahead with the 8.5 and 0.4 or if we want to adjust those numbers a little bit. But it's going to happen, so get ready to have that discussion. Moving on to kicker scoring. So do we want kicker scoring to be the 1-3 system or the 1-3-4-5 system based on kicking distance? That vote has passed 7-3 in favor of the 1-3-4-5 kicking system. So we'll go ahead and stick with that. Second to last issue. Negative points for missed kicks. So currently we're doing no penalty for missing a kick. ESPN standard scoring is -1. This vote has tied at 5-5 even. Last issue is if we wanted to incorporate stuffs, otherwise known as a tackle for a loss, into defense and special team scoring. The point value for this can be determined as a league if we decide to pass this vote. And this one also tied right down the middle at 5-5. So just like the U.S. Senate operates, the breaking vote goes to the vice president. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'll make the call on the ones that tied. Since we're keeping the old scoring system for kicking, the 1-3-4-5, I think we're going to go ahead and bring back the -1 points for a missed kick. Kickers really don't miss all that much. I think I looked at it real briefly, and Matt Bryant's score, if we made that change, would drop from like 178 on the year down to 175. So a little bit of an adjustment, not as much as the 1-3 would have been. Maybe it's a good middle ground between the 1-3-4-5 and the 1-3 to add back the -1 for missed kicks. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. And I think we're also going to go ahead and incorporate stuffs or tackle for loss into defense and special team scoring. I think if we're doing it for a sack, I think it kind of makes sense to do it for anything else where the defense moves the other team backward. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Not sure what point value is going to be best for that. Maybe it's 0.1, maybe it's a quarter, 0.25, maybe it's a half. We can talk about that. We can play around with it, see what we like best. But that's all that was on the ballot. Those are all the changes we're going to have this year. I'm going to go ahead and include the link to the Google Docs spreadsheet that I made that has the the results of the votes so you guys can check it all out and make sure I'm being straight with all you guys. I don't have exactly who voted for what, but I do have timestamps to show you the dates that they all occurred. So you can't line up who voted for exactly what, but you can check it out, make sure it's all legit, make sure I'm not playing you guys. So that's all I really got. Just make sure to be ready to talk about those few issues that we have to work out as far as determining point amounts for certain things. But that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys soon.